Keno McGowan. I welcome you on behalf of the Ajax of the Adventist Community Church and the Black History Committee, and thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to come and judge this for us. Without further ado, we will move right into our program with our very first and youngest contestant, Christina Vassell. Each contestant will have 4 minutes to do their presentation. Is Sister Christina ready?
Yeah.
So let us welcome Christina Vassell to our virtual stage with her rendition of Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream. Jazz hands, I'm very nervous. Jazz hands.
So even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It's a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out its true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day out in the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream, even in the state of Mississippi, a state swelling with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they're not judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. I have a dream that every hill shall be exalted and every mountain shall be made low. Rough places will be made plain and crooked places will be made straight. And the glory of the Lord shall be revealed and all flesh shall see it together. And if America should be a great nation, this must become true. This will be the day when all God's children will be able to sing in a new meaning. My country, this is the sweet land of liberty, of thee I stand. Land where men go off the side, land of the pilgrim's pride, from every mountain side, let freedom ring. And if America should be a great nation, this must become true. Let freedom ring from the hilltops of New Hampshire. Let freedom ring from the mighty mountains of New York. Let freedom ring from the heightened Alleghenies of Pennsylvania. Let freedom ring from the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado. Let freedom ring from the curvaceous slopes of California. And not only that, let freedom ring from the Stone Mountain of Georgia. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi and every mountainside. When we let freedom ring, we let it ring from every village, hamlet, and every state and city. We'll speed up that day when all of God's children, Black men, white men, Jews, Gentiles, Protestants, Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old nigger spiritual. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
Jazz hands, yes. Thank you, Sister Christina, for that wonderful rendition. I absolutely adore the costume. You make an absolutely wonderful Martin Luther King. Thank you so much for that. Moving on, we will now have our second contestant.
We're just gonna give the judges some time so that they can score.
How much time does the judges need?
I guess maybe they can wave when they are finished.
And they will have a breakaway room to discuss and deliberate their findings just before the winner is crowned. So moving on to our second contestant, Pam Bailey, presenting Max Ehrman's Desiderata. Sister Pam, let's show some love and support. Let's show some love and support. There you go.
This is a poem by Max Ehrman and narrated in song by Les Crane. Here we go. Go placidly amid the noise and haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. As far as possible without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, even the dull and the ignorant. They too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexations to the spirit. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain and bitter, for always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself. Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your own career, however humble. It is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery. But let this not blind you to what virtue there is. Many persons strive for high ideals, and everywhere life is full of heroism. Be yourself. Especially do not feign affection, neither be cynical about love. For in the face of all aridity and disenchantment, it is as perennial as the grass. Take kindly the counsel of the years, gracefully surrendering the things of youth. Nurture strength of spirit to shield you in sudden misfortune. But do not distress yourself with imaginings. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here, and whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore, be at peace with God, whatever you conceive him to be, and whatever your labors and aspirations in the noisy confusion of life, keep peace with your soul. With all its sham, drudgery, and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Be careful. Strive to be happy.
Thank you, Sister Pam.
Amen.
Let us show some love and support. Let us show some love and support. Okay, we're moving on. Our third contestant, and please permit me to be a little bit proud. This is one of my younger sisters. Everyone knows I have a lot of sisters. This is one of my younger sister. She is a member of the Agape Church. And a little bit of fun fact, she is related to Elder Edson Johnson. She is married to his wife's brother. Audrey McLaren will be doing I Am the Dembe, and that is an original writing of her own. So please feel free to give some love and support to our third contestant, Audrey McLaren.
Nothing can erase or replace the unrestricted freedom of me throwing back my head with eyes closed, arms outstretched, palms receiving what the rain brings. As woolen plaits pull the skin of my face to the desired pitch, while my neck, the base of the African drum, proudly balances my head. Suddenly, I am the djembe on which the mallet of rain beats a rhythmical tune, too resounding to be ignored. Majestically, I am the djembe. I am drum, dance, and song. And in the rain, I prance barefooted through puddles brown with what earth has become. Humbly, the earth in which I stand, captivated, in which I wade among leaves and branches afloat, has become my playground. And while the rain bathes me with the freedom that the organized world has curtailed, my shaft becomes responsive to what the mallet has to say. And I am conscious only of the rhythm. Pitch is perfect. The tone speaks to my very soul. And I'm soaked to the bone, for the music has started. Graciously, I'm wrapped in the arms of nature's song. I relax. I have nothing more to say, for I know it is the right moment to give in to uninhibited ways. Gracefully, for one more time, I throw my head to the sky, plaits pulling like nylon strings. I close my eyes, feeling only the fingers of the rain on my head. And as the rhythm travels down to my base, and as the music encompasses my being, I release all that I have within. For I am the djembe. The African drum is me.
Wow. Let's give some love. Thank you so much, Audrey. Jean, my sister. I've heard this several times and I've never been as more mesmerized. Could you please tell us what the name you have on the screen, because I cannot pronounce it and I did not want to mess it up.
It's my African name. I was named by one of the Tikar kings in Cameroon. It is Boitari Ompachu. Boitari is means queen in Echo, which is the language spoken by one of my roots, which is the Abube in Bioka Island, and Ompachu, that comes from the Tikar tribe, of which is another root. Ompachu is a name given to Queen Mother, so it interprets as Queen Mother. So the name is actually Queen Mother. Thank you.
Thank you. At this time, we are going to take a little bit of a breather. I know I need it after that rousing performance. And we are going to have a presentation. Where is it? I'm a little bit just jumped over here. We are supposed to have a presentation of the Black National Anthem and a description of what it means. So while the judges take a moment, we will have that, please, Sister Judy.
Sing a Song, How Lift Every Voice and Sing Inspired Generations by Kelly Starling Lyons, illustrated by Keith Mallett. Before you were born, a girl learned a song. Her principal, James Weldon Johnson, and his brother, John Rosamond Johnson, had written the hymn for a celebration of President Abraham Lincoln's birthday. The girl wanted to make them proud. She hummed the song on her way home from school. She practiced it as she did her chores. On the big day, February 12, 1900, she was part of a choir 500 strong. Back straight, head high, heart and mouth open, she sang.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty.
And she kept on singing as she grew up. And she taught it to her students when she became a teacher. She crooned it to her husband as they journeyed from Jacksonville, Florida, to a new life in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. She sang it when she rocked her baby boy to sleep. It was part of her she wanted to pass on. And you know what? Her little boy learned that song. He listened to her hum as she dreamed of being able to teach again in her new home. He heard his daddy sing it when the days at the steel mill wore him down. Then one day, he stood in the choir loft and gazed at the glowing faces. Back straight, head high, heart and mouth open, he sang.
Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea.
And he kept on singing. He sang it when he came back from World War II and faced discrimination. He sang it when he joined the NAACP. He sang it with his wife and to his baby daughter as he rocked her to sleep. It was part of him he wanted to pass on. And you know what? His little girl learned that song. She sang it each morning at school. Then came the day that broke the nation's heart. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was killed. The next morning, she saw her teacher cry. Sobs replaced singing, then whimpers and silence. Who would lead them now? The song whispered an answer. Back straight, head high, heart and mouth open, she sang.
Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us.
And she kept on singing. She sang it at protests for equal rights and when she and her friends were jailed. She sang that song in her heart each time she won or lost a case as a lawyer. She sang it to her baby boy as she rocked him to sleep. It was part of her she wanted to pass on. And you know what? Her little boy learned that song. Every family reunion opened with that anthem. He sang it because he had to at first, but then something changed. He saw the awe in his grandparents' faces, saw the pride in his mama and pops. Back straight, head high, heart and mouth open, he sang.
Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us.
And he kept on singing. He sang it at his college graduation and when he opened his first business. He sang it at rallies to stand up against racism. He sang it holding his wife's hand at Black History programs and when he rocked his daughter to sleep. It was part of him he wanted to pass on. And you know what? His little girl learned that song. And on another big day, September 24th, 2016, she stood in a crowd of thousands along with her mama and daddy. President Obama, the First Lady, and generations of one family rang the freedom bell. A dream born a century ago to honor Black lives and contributions had finally come true. The National Museum of African American History and Culture was finally open. With the Washington Monument piercing the sky, that little girl stared at the bronze building, majestic as a crown. As bells around the nation tolled in triumph, she heard a voice rising too, clear and strong. It was a song she heard her parents sing. Back straight, head high, heart and mouth open, she sang.
Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
And you know what? That song is part of you. Sing when you score a victory. Sing when tough times get you down. Sing and think of all the people who sang before you, who carried on and pushed forward even when everything was against them. Sing and remember, they never stopped believing. Keep singing, keep pushing, keep passing it on. Keep on, keep it on.
Shadowed beneath thy hand, may we forever live. True to our God, true to our native land.
Thank you so much, Sister Judy. I pray our young people are online tonight seeing the struggles that others have gone ahead of them. Knowledge is power. And the opportunities that you're getting in the year 2022, in this 21st century, please do not take it for granted. We have a long way to go, but the future is now, and you are the future. And your responsibility, your job is to pick up that mantle. Keep singing that song and make it easier for your children and grandchildren. Thank you so much. We will move on to our last but not least contestant. And I have a reason for putting this contestant in this area. She didn't want to be here, but when I explained to her that the younger people are standing on her shoulders as a mother in Zion, she is holding up the mantle. So we will have our contestant, Lady Veronica Batson, presenting Who Am I? Let us give her some love. Give her some love. Remember the jazz hands. Give her some love.
Who are you?
Who am I? I am a child of God, created in his image. I am royalty. Just because of the color of my skin and the texture of my hair, you think you can misuse and abuse me, malign and persecute me, even imprison me? Don't I have feelings just like you? I'm much older now, but I remember my story as if it was just yesterday. It's etched in my memory forever. I was born in Halifax, Nova Scotia, where I wanted to make an impact with my entrepreneurial skills. I am a woman of color who chose to develop her God-given talents and abilities. I used my own ingenuity to make a success of my beauty parlor for women of color. Yes, I was ahead of my time in a male-dominated society. Nevertheless, I had to make my mark. My hard work and determination made me achieve success in my endeavors. My beauty parlor was the go-to place in Halifax for people of color. Yes, I was ahead of my time. My charisma, optimism, and friendly nature made me very popular in my hairdressing business. The 1940s was a culture where there was deep-seated prejudice. Because I was having mechanical issues driving along one evening, I decided to pull into a garage. And the garage said that I would have to leave the car overnight. So I decided I'd go to the theater and catch a movie. I bought my ticket and went and sat inside. This was the Roseland Theater. But racial segregation was the order of the day. So there was a seating arrangement for Blacks. I asked for a ticket for downstairs, and the ticket seller said that he was not permitted to sell tickets to you people. Preposterous. You people? And that I had to go upstairs to the balcony. Wow. A racially segregated seating policy. I made a spontaneous decision that night that I would make social change. I sat on the main floor along with everyone else, and along came the manager, who informed me that I was not allowed to sit there. Wow. I simply retorted that I was not disturbing anyone. But he directed my attention to the back of my ticket. And he told me that that ticket was for upstairs. I protested. So I was arrested. The officer threw me in jail and slammed the door shut and left me wondering, why? Was I afraid? Of course I was. But I just sat there upright all night because I needed to make a point about injustice.
She did hers already?
The next morning, I was dragged before a judge. Wow, me in jail and then dragged before a judge because I chose to sit in a certain section of the theater? Okay, so guess what? I was charged. I did not even have right to legal counsel. Imagine that. They did not even give me the right to legal counsel. I was found guilty of not paying the tax. I was charged $20 plus $6 for course costs. My husband advised me that I should take it to the Lord in prayer. Bless his heart. But you know what? I believe that I had to fight for justice. And so I did. I had to leave the place of my birth. I decided to go to Montreal, where I continued my business, and then later moved to New York City. And there I continued to service people of color. But you know what? My fight did not end there. One day, my sister was sitting in a university class. She decided that she would go to university during her golden years. And there was a professor talking about racial injustice. And do you believe that the more I listened, I realized that he was talking about my sister? Wow, I took up the mantle. And we got much further with this case. It reached very far. And you know what? One day, the Premier of Halifax declared that I was free, freed from the guilt of doing anything wrong. And today, you know what? My legacy lives on. My legacy lives on because I was an activist. And guess what? Today, you can find me right here. This is where I am. My name is Viola Desmond. I have been indeed long journey to justice, but still I rise. I am so much richer. My legacy lives on. Justice, justice, justice.
Amen.
Thank you so much, Lady Batson. I am definitely pleased that I put you at the bottom of the program, because believe me, those are some truly strong shoulders for all the others to stand on. And thank you so much for that Viola Davis poem. It was well received by everyone. We will now take a moment for the judges to do their deliberations. But before we move on, is there anyone who came on that would like to jump in and do a poem? We always have space for flexibility. And if you've just come on, please be welcome. While the judges go to their breakout room, we will have 5 minutes. And I will open up the floor for anyone who has anything they would like to say. This is still our AY time, however, it is for Black History. Anyone wants to say anything?
I just want to say that I'm impressed, and I maybe next year I will do something too.
Praise the Lord, praise the Lord.
I
accomplished what we set out for.
I look forward to see more of the young people taking part, the Pathfinders, the AY personnel. There's a lot of young adults that has a lot of potential and could be able to, inspire some of us. So I am putting it out to the especially the young adults, the Watsons, the Browns, and the Capacasa, and those that pass Pathfinder think they pass Pathfinder age, and they could get into things like that. So I just giving them a word of encouragement.
Thank you for that, Sister Gloria. Actually, this morning during our Sabbath school class, I was talking about that, and some of them said they had not heard about it, which surprises me because it's been advertised for the last month. And it is not something new at Ajax. It is something that has been going on for quite a number of years. However, we pray that next year, God willing, more of them will come out when they see how much fun everyone is having. And they will come out and they will support the program. Sister Gloria, I personally look forward to seeing you here again next year, and that you will be participating in the program.
Please don't hold me to it.
Anyone else have anything to say?
I'm proud of Pam.
Yes.
Maybe she had told me she was into it, she could have given me a little prompt, and I might have been there too.
Sister Pam is excelling at everything she is doing.
Yes,
good
praise
job,
God for that. Yeah.
Good job.
Good job.
Anyone else? I see our pastor has popped in. Is he wearing authentic costume? Not sure. Looks like he's wearing a robe. What are you wearing, Pastor? Grace us with your presence. There you go.
Sister, I believe we have something that can be played while the judges are making their decision.
Okay,
I thought of that too. Yeah, play some music.
Okay.
Hello, hi, good evening, everyone. This is Sister Blackwood's daughter from Shiloh Church. Can I just say a poem?
Sure.
Certainly, Sister Charlene. Welcome. I'm so happy that you were able to make it.
Yes, and we're honored to be here and join with y'all. So
hi, Charlene. So good to hear you. Welcome to Ajax.
Yes, Pastor, how you doing? Happy Sabbath.
If I could give an electronic hug, so glad to see you.
All the good faces.
All right, look at you.
Yeah, I'm watching all the good faces too.
Sister
Paulette, hi, good evening.
Good evening, welcome.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna say,
Sister Baldwin too. I saw her in the corner somewhere.
Yes, she's on the other line.
So I'm just gonna say a poem by Maya Angelou, Still I Rise. Okay. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still like dust I rise. Does my sad sassiness upset you? Why are you bestill with gloom? because I walk like I got oil wells pumping in my living room. Just like moons and like sun with the certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still I'll rise. Did you want to see me broken, bow down and lower eyes, shoulders falling down, the teardrops weaken my soulful cries? Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard, cause I laugh like I got gold mines digging in my own backyard. You may shoot me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness, but still like air, I'll rise. Does my sexiness upset you? Does it come as a surprise that I dance like I got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? Out of the huts of history's shame, I rise. Up from the past that's rooted in pain, I rise. I'm a black ocean, leaping and wild, welling and swelling, I bear in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into the daybreak that's wondrous clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestor gave. I am the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise, I rise, I rise.
Thank you, Sister Charlene. Thank you so much for that.
Yes, we all have to keep on rising. Even when we're in this situation, we still have to rise.
That is good. And you're among friends. So even though you rise, if you fall, we are here to catch you.
Oh, yes.
Sister Judy, did you still want to play something? Do we have the time for that?
In the interest of time, we'll pass on that.
Okay.
They can hear you.
We have a couple of minutes before the judges come back. Anyone else have anything they want to say? Are you being blessed so far by our Black History Month programs? We've had some great preaching, some great afternoon programs, and these are our closing ceremonies. This is the part that is a little bit more solemn, a little bit later on at 6 o'clock or a little after. We're going to have the fun part. And those who know me know I love to laugh and have a good time. So I am inviting everyone who is on here to stay back for our International Night program. You're in for a really, really wonderful time. I also take this time to thank Brother Orel, who is the new leader or the new chair of the Black History Committee. And I don't know if anyone will do this, so I hope I'm not stealing anyone's thunder, but this has been done by Sister Judy for several years. And she is a great leader in the Black History Committee. She put so much time and effort in it. I was amazed when I came to Ajax and I saw all the information she had spread out. And that takes a little time. That's not just something you do in a month. That is something you're doing continuously for the year to be able to have all of that information. And so we want to thank her for that and thank her that she has passed on the mantle to Brother Oral Watson, who has taken it up, and he has started out to the gate with a great leap. And the team we have this year has been wonderful. This is my first time on the committee, and I had a great time. We are very cohesive, very together. And as Judy reminded us, team together, each achieves more. So let us all remember that teamwork is where it's at, and no one person can do it together.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
That video that you have lined up, maybe we can play that now.
I'm sorry, you're saying?
The video that we have lined up, we can play that now since the judges are still deliberating.
Okay.
My name is Marie Lemay, and I'm the President and CEO of the Royal Canadian Mint. We are honored to join the Ontario Black History Society and fellow Canadians in celebrating Black History Month 2022. Crafting coins that do justice to Canada's history, culture, and values is a great point of pride for the Mint. It's also very important to us that the stories of specific communities are told in the voice of that community. When we chose the famous Underground Railroad as the theme for celebrating Black history in Canada for 2022, we approached several Black Canadian artists who proposed powerful personal visions of the enslaved people of African descent who journeyed north in search of freedom. We were especially touched by Toronto artist Kwame Delphish's moving perspective of that journey, and we are honored and delighted to share his vision of this important chapter in our shared history on a beautiful new silver coin.
A wheel is continuous and a circle is continuous. So I figured if I can somehow change the perspective and create a coin that everywhere you looked on that coin, the perspective was kind of right, and your eyes will essentially do what was done over and over again. That was the thought behind that. To add my contribution to the celebration of Black history this year is amazing, and the beautiful thing about this is it's going to last beyond just this month, and Black artists who don't always get the opportunities on certain platforms, it just kind of opens those doors or more doors for them. My experience with the Mint has honestly been great. Getting the opportunity to create has been, I couldn't ask for anything more. I'm just gonna live in this moment for now and enjoy this opportunity, and I'm excited to get one in my hands.
It is my honor to reveal the Royal Canadian Mint's 2022 Celebrating Black History fine silver coin commemorating the Underground Railroad.
Thank you, Sister Judy. Are the judges back?
I think we'll probably close the room for them now.
This is a good sign, means that it's hard to decide. We will have 2 top winners, but all of our contestants will be given a prize. Just giving the judges a few more moments. Thank you for your patience. Now that I'm almost finished, I'm not as nervous as when I started. Don't laugh at me, Pastor Baljan. We were actually talking about nerves in presenting this morning in our youth Sabbath school. And all we have to do is to support each other and encourage each other. And when we make a mistake, don't criticize us. We're all human. It takes a lot of nerve to do that.
Mr. Masseyp, the winner will get to perform at the International Night Program.
Thank you, Elder. So the winner will be performing at the International Night Program coming up. And just for a little fun fact, the poem Desiderata will be presented in the Jamaican form at the International Night tonight.
Yeah, that word, it's Desiderata.
I always said, you know what I mean. My tongue doesn't roll as well as I would like it to.
Sister Massey, will that be tonight?
Yes, it will be. Following Vespers, we will have a short Vesper, and following that, we will move right into our International Night Program. Hi, Nicole, welcome. Please permit me a moment. I see a couple of my family members. My sister Alma from Florida. My sister Alma from Florida is visiting. Thank you. And of course, my other sister, Jean Audrey. The judges are back. So we will move on.
Your brother Anthony from Canada is here as well, just not on camera.
Well, thank you so much, my brother Anthony. Everyone hears me talk about sisters. Here's one of my brother Anthony from Toronto, well, actually Ajax, who is visiting. Thank you for your support. Appreciate it. Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, and here are our...
Anthony, please show your face. Let me see who this brother is.
Okay, here's our score. Is it the first?
Hand it to you.
Thank you
Hi,
so
Sister,
much.
Sister Massey, I'm not able to send scores in the chat.
I am getting them.
The rest of my score.
So is this the final, the 4 here?
No,
We just sending it.
I'm not seeing you as one of the individuals on my list. It looks like I'm still connected to only everyone that's co-host except for you.
Okay, it will need to be in the direct message.
She's under Masseyp.
Okay, so I'm getting a message that says open all rooms. I'm not sure. Am I just to exit from that? I'm not sure.
No, that means all of the
breakouts
are closed.
Okay.
We can go ahead and delete that. So Karen, do you see Masseyp now?
I do, thank you. I just sent it.
Okay, so if I am to read this correctly, each person is sending the score separately. Okay, I didn't realize that's how it's going to be done. Please give me a moment. Okay, so Miss Mariska, you have missed one of the contestants. You only sent for 3?
No, I sent 4. Okay, let me send the first one. I don't know if you have that. Okay, I can resend it.
See Vassal, Batson, and McLaren.
Okay, I sent the last one. Okay, let me resend it. Did you get it? That's the name, right?
The last one would be Pam Bailey.
Yeah, I just sent it. You don't get it?
Unless it is going somewhere else.
No, it's going to Masseyp.
Okay, there it is.
I says
Okay,
we
there
can
you
play a
go.
song
Thank
while
you.
you're deliberating. Would you like us to do that?
I'm sorry?
Play a song while you're deliberating?
Certainly. I'm sorry. I didn't expect it to come like this. So I'm a
Okay.
little bit discombobulated here.
Hey, sis, you're on mute.
On mute.
Now you're not. Good enough.
Okay, sorry about that. From what I am seeing, 2 candidates have scored into the 90s. We have Batson and we have McLaren. So our 2 top winners are Veronica Batson and Audrey Jean McLaren. And it's under by 1 point, by 1 point. So let us give it to Sister Batson, number 1, and Audrey Jean, number 2, by 1 point.
Thank you. I went to prison for 1 cent.
Without the 1 cent, it's not $1.
I guess not.
Sister Massey.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sister Massey.
Somebody called my name?
Yes, it's Sister Clark. I just want to one of the judges. I want to do a special shout out to Christina, the youngest, who did a speech that really speaks to the plight of the Black man and woman, our foreparents and the shoulders on which we stand. So I want to commend her in a very marked way for her presentation and to keep doing what she's doing. She's already made a mark.
Yes.
When you think about Toastmasters who think about the whole speech experience, the props, the confidence, the appearance, the bodily expressions. And so I just want to commend her as a young person.
Thank you so much.
Very, very well done.
Yes, very well done.
Agreed.
So, to the judges, on behalf of the Black History Committee, I thank you so much for taking this time out to come and be with us tonight. I pray that you will stay for the rest of the program. But if you can't, then we thank you. And we pray that you will come back again next year, God willing, and spend some time with us. Have yourselves a blessed evening. To our winners, you will be getting your prizes. And to everyone who tarried with us, we thank you so much. Please do not leave. We're going to move into a short vesper. I see someone with their hand up.
Oh, I just wanted to tell you that I think your sister Beverly from Old Harbor SD in Jamaica joined, and your sister Marcia from Elder Marcia from Georgia, I don't remember her church, also joined you.
Thank you, Jean. So it's a whole family here this evening. Thank you all so much for coming. Beverly from Old Harbor, our family home where we grew up, and Elder Marcia McLaren from Atlanta. Full house. Thank you so much for coming. So as I was saying, we will have a short vespers and then we will move into the final part of our program. Please stay and enjoy. Thank you so much. Have a blessed evening. Thank you. Sister Vassal? You're muted, Sister Vassal. Not very clearly.
Not very clearly.
Cannot hear
you.